now. Going live, going live, going live.
We are
not live yet.
Not live yet.
Live.
We are going live right
now.
A very good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and a very big welcome here at another live session with Cornerstone Xstate here on our public page, making sure we're coming from you every single day to bring you loads of value during this MCO time, and also, of course, making sure that we speak with the most important people within the real estate industry. Today, I'm here with a very special guest that I'm going to introduce you in a few seconds. But with me today, like always, is my amazing partner, Alex. Alex, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, everybody. It is 2:01 p.m. I'm about to, you know what, Taco? I think we should really start a radio show, man. What do you guys think? Yeah, Geng Jie,
you guys can really do it.
We should all just start a radio channel together. Yeah, Cornerstone FM.
Cornerstone FM, right? That would actually be pretty cool.
That would sound very cool.
CSX FM, coming to you at every home radio right now. CSX FM, very good afternoon. Hey, we have a very special guest with us today. You know, this guy. First of all, he's a top producer. Second of all, he leads an amazing team within Cornerstone Xstate. He does amazing meetings, and he always makes sure that he's on top of his game. If anybody should learn from somebody in the real estate industry, it's definitely from this gentleman right over here. Ladies and gentlemen, from within Cornerstone and outside of Cornerstone, please, at your homes, put your hands together for the one, the only, Geng Jie! Yay!
Thank you, buddy. Thank you, Taco. Thank you, Alex, for the introduction. Thank you.
Of course, man. Geng Jie, I'm going to start with a question. And this is probably one of the most asked questions in Malaysia, in the history of Malaysia. Here comes the question, right?
All right.
Did you have your lunch already?
Sorry?
Did you have your lunch already?
Oh, certainly I have my lunch ready. Just to make sure that I have energy for this session today.
What did you have for lunch?
I have rice. You know, every day my family got to cook because we are all stay at home. So, yeah. Family, basically my mom is cooking.
Geng Jie, I know that
awesome.
Next to Alex, right? You know, everybody knows Alex is a top fit guy, right? But I also know that you put a lot of time and effort into staying fit, right? So are you doing a specific like with food, right? Are you looking at something healthy, or is it just everything you can grab your hands on?
During this lockdown period, I think certainly we have a lot of difficulty in getting the right nutrition and also the right food of choice, and also certainly gym is closed at this point of time, so there's also limitation on the workout that we can do. So what I'm doing now is also just eating healthy, eating clean, make sure that I don't snack. Once a while we will, but just don't snack every single time during this period.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Very nice. Hey, Geng Jie, listen, many people within Cornerstone know you very well, but we're now on the public page, right? So some people may not know who Geng Jie actually is. So first of all, let me just start with a question, right? Like Geng Jie, like who are you? How long have you been in the real estate?
Okay. Hi again, everybody. My name is Geng Jie. So I'm in this industry for close to 10 years. This is going to be my 11th year already. Okay. So I start off 5 years with developer. So after 5 years, I work with developer on a daily basis routine, like kind of job. Then I decided to take my skills to another platform, which is to become a real estate agent. So that's where I venture into. And then I came out. And then after a year, then I joined Cornerstone. So this is how I ended up in Cornerstone.
Interesting.
Nice.
Interesting.
And so 10 years, right? Oh, sorry, Alex, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say that sounds so similar to kind of like how I started my career as well. First 5 years of a developer. Okay. Yeah. We talked about this before, right, Geng Jie? Yeah, we did.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah. So we're homeboys. Okay, never mind. Anyway, I'm just deviating a little bit. Yeah, Taco.
Yeah. So Geng Jie, so 10 years in the real estate. For a little, I know there are a lot of listeners out there, that are also in the real estate, either longer than 10 years or shorter than 10 years, doesn't really matter. But, specifically about those 10 years, explain to us a little bit how basically how difficult is it to keep up with those 10 years, right? Within the real estate. I mean, we all know it's not easy, but from your perspective, right? Those 10 years, explain to us a little bit, how was that right in the last 10 years?
Okay, certainly over the last 10 years, things have changed a lot. So one thing I realized is being a salesperson or being a real estate negotiator, we need to be constantly adapting to new things in the market. Like for example, 10 years ago, when I started off in this industry, I was with developer. Okay. Back then when we do, I do project sales lah. So when we meet a client, sometimes people come and queue up to buy your property. Okay. I have people who come queue up 3 days earlier or 1 week earlier just to buy property. Back then, it was a very hot market, and it's very simple. The people come in, we just show them through the folder. We always have a folder with us and show them some pictures, and then they will buy. But over the course of like the last 6-7 years, then markets start to shift. So being an agent, you must constantly also be very adaptive to what is the new trend in the market. How are you going to enhance your skill? Like for example, last time we always use folder. Now we use iPad to do our presentation. Okay. And then now in this MCO period, we are going video. We are doing more video conferencing, video calling to the customers and stuff like that. So things are changing, I would say pretty fast. Every 1-2 years or 3 years, a new trend will come in. The new way of buying also will come in. And people are also changing also, because more and more millennials are coming into the market to buy property, buy their first home. So the way to connect with them also have to change and shift. So I would say that in these 10 years, there's a lot of changes. But what is important is being an agent, we also need to uplift ourselves over the time. We cannot be like an old dog. What we did 10 years ago cannot just stick with it, and then you think that you're gonna work forever. Yeah, that's my thought about this industry.
That's cool, man.
Very nice.
Yeah. Geng Jie, sorry, I'm gonna. This it's such a. What was going through my mind when I was listening to you speak? I was just like, whoa. Geng Jie is really proper, man. It's like, he's got everything sorted out. He's got everything sorted out. And then I don't know, it's such a random question that came to my mind. And I started wondering to myself. I was like, what was Geng Jie like when he was a teenager?
Okay.
Yeah. So you know what? I'm curious because this is because I'm not asking this for no reason, right? It's because there's a lot of people out there, and I'm relating it back to your title, creator of your own destiny, right? I think there's a lot of people out there who want to change, but they don't know, they can't see what's ahead, But for someone like you, I mean, I'm curious now, how did you? What were you like? What was point A, right? What would you like as a teenager? How would people how would your friends have described you when you were a teenager?
Okay, this is a bit like a history class and also a bit of a sidetrack to my own personal life. So back then when I was in college or school, I always live by this where I just just skill through it. Don't have to be excellent, just make things work, then that's it. So there's no motivation, there's no like what to do. Even when I go to college, right, I just fall into I studied marketing. I just fall into marketing because the counselor was telling me this is the easiest. I said, okay, cool, then I'll take this subject. Okay. So it really just it's just like that. But what changed me is, I would say one of the person that I would like to say is one of my lecturer in my college back then. He actually gave me a very deep thought about uplifting yourself and enhancing your skill, because he taught me one thing, there's no right and wrong in this world. It's how you look at it. That's one. Secondly, he teach me about how actually how powerful is your mindset, that if you set to do something, if you really intend to do it, you will find ways. So that was my starting point my starting point that I really like shift. I start to become a reader because he recommended me some books to read back then. So
Wow.
Yeah, so that was my changing point lah. Changing point. Okay, that's one.
Yeah.
But there's another changing point that I would say pretty funny. Okay, for those of you who knows me just few years, if my friends or my friends who know me for more than 10 or 20 years, they will know I used to be a very introvert kind of person. I can just, if let's say me and Alex and Taco isolated in an island, right? I won't talk to both of you for one whole year. I don't think I give a damn about it.
Really?
Wow. Really. Because
Wow,
I'm the type who I will just like stick to myself and I don't care about the world. But somehow when I fall into the sales job, then it forced me to evolve also lah. So from there, I learned to communicate with people, talk to people, how to build rapport, and also being fun with people. Some people still say that I am quite rude or kayu. Okay, but I think but I've changed. I would say that I have grown along the way lah, I would say. So this industry really brought me a lot of changes and transformed my life completely.
Wow.
Yeah.
I would not have guessed that, Geng Jie. I don't know. Would you have guessed that, Taco? Would you have guessed that? You know, the super introvert. You know.
Yeah.
Well, actually, I find it very interesting. You know, based on what you're saying right now, Geng Jie, I actually have two questions for you. Let me start with the first one. You said you started to become a reader, right? And so what number one book would you recommend to people here right now?
For salesperson, I would suggest Brian Tracy's book. I think the book, I can't remember the title, The Art of Prospecting or The Art of Closing Sales or something like that. It's one thing I like about Brian Tracy is the content that he writes is very straightforward. So if you are new or your English, your English literacy is not very high, it's very easy to read. Okay. And then if for a motivational book, I used to have one, the very thick book by Jack Canfield. I can't remember the title, but it's a very thick book. Okay, nice. That was also a very easy to read book. So this was the two books that I would recommend people if you want to read some books, because I started off reading two books. The first book that I bought was Tony Robbins' book. Okay, Awaken the Giant Within, and also Unlimited Power. But it's too deep. I bought a book, I read, but then I couldn't get anything out of it.
Yeah. Hey,
So
Taco, did you read? Yeah. Sorry. Geng Jie. Yeah, that was the first time that you read. Was that the first few books that you got?
Yeah, that's the first one I bought, because the lecturer I told you just now, he's the one that recommended me to read the book. So I went and read, but I don't get anything because I don't understand. It's too deep for me.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, Taco, you just read a book by Anthony Robbins too, right? I also read one, and I read Unlimited Power. I was like, whoa, it's thick and it's really technical, man.
Yeah. You need to go very deep, then you can understand the book.
Yeah.
Hey, Geng Jie, the second point that I wanted to take out, right? This is actually, Alex and I deal a lot with this, with the following point, right? Is basically the introvert versus the extrovert, right? Within the sales industry. And there are many trainers out there, even very famous trainers. They say, introverts are naturally not very good in sales, but I tend to not agree with that. I think that introverts can be very good salespeople. My question to you is, you made that transition as an introvert going into a business where there's a lot of people connection, a lot of relationship building, having conversations with people. What would you say in your 10 years of experience, and also classifying yourself as an introvert? What would you tell to all the introverts out there about the possibility of being a great salesperson?
Well, man, that's awesome. Yeah.
Okay. In my honest opinion, introvert, extrovert, actually you can do sales, because why? A lot of people think that being an extrovert, right, you can talk a lot, and then you can make your customer feel happy, or you can just babble the whole presentation or through the phone. But that's not true. You see, a good salesperson, right, is the one that listens the most. Okay, I always I like this quote. A lot of people always say, God give you 2 ears and 1 mouth. So listen twice, speak once. So the key is, if you want to be a good salesperson, you need to listen. Okay, listen and ask good questions. So do you need to be an extrovert to listen? No, right? Introvert also can listen, extrovert also can listen, but you just need one mouth to speak. So speak and ask the right question, then you can close the deal. I mean, it's not about closing. Even you want to connect with people, listen to their story. That is the way to connect to people, not like keep talking about your own story. Because one thing I do realize, people are not interested with your story. They are interested with their own story. So the key is you need to find out their story. Then you can connect with them. Do I answer your question? And also the introvert.
Wow, that's such a great
everybody
answer.
Yeah, man, it's a mic drop moment. Everybody, you need to give love right now.
Mic drop. Give me something to drop. Mic drop right there.
Spam.
That was really good.
Spam.
That was really good. I really like that. Yeah, I mean, the point already, of course, two ears and one mouth. Yes, I knew that one also, but I really like the point what you just said, Geng Jie. Like, people are not interested in your story; they're only interested in their own story, right? So it's all about how can you put interest into them, right?
Yes.
Very good, man. Super good. Hey, listen, Geng Jie, on top of that, you know, you've been in real estate for 10 years, and over the recent years also have been start building a team, right? I think a lot of people, you know, over the past few days, we've been talking a lot about the individual sales, right? The agent, you know, how they got started. Would it be okay if we talk a little bit about leadership within real estate with you?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
Because you say I'm the creator of my own destiny, right? That means you lead a lot of agents, you train a lot of agents, you're a leader for a lot of agents. First, towards you, right? Explain to people, what is it that a real estate team leader does within this industry? What is it that you're busy with every day?
Okay. So what am I busy with every day? So as a team leader, our job, I wouldn't say our job, it's more like, why do you want to be a team leader in the first place? Okay, so that is a very, very important question to leaders out there. Okay, so for me, first thing first, being a leader is you need to actually understand what do you want to achieve. Okay, for me, it's all about transforming a person's life, because I myself see that in this industry, it managed to transform my life. Okay, being like, you know, be able to make money, being able to like having the life that I want, driving the car that I want. So what I want to do is I want to able to inspire more people to actually do it also, to be able to transform their life. So what I do on a routine basis for my agent basically is also, like I said, listen to their story. Okay, and also give them a, what you call it, I would say a blueprint. Okay, actually till today I haven't have a right framework on how actually I guide my agent. But what I would say that the best thing that I have with my agent is we work like a family. We really build a foundation, a very strong foundation, a very strong teamwork, family like, and then also we connect, okay, deeply. We don't just like it's all business, you know, where's the sales, no sales, then please get up. We connect as a family, find ways to make things work for each other. So I would say my daily routine is more of like chit-chatting with my agent, you know, looking at like coaching them. I would say like a coach like that. Okay, making sure what can be improved, what can be done, or constantly be at their brain, telling them, you know, let's get things done. So that's my job.
Nice.
Does that answer your question, Taco?
Absolutely, man. You're answering every question with 100 points, man. Great job on that.
I got a follow-up question because I know we spoke about about how you were an introvert and how that changed after you joined after you got into sales and real estate, right? But you know, ever since you became, let's say, an agent, right? Apart from the introvert aspect, what would you say was the biggest transformation which you experienced yourself?
The biggest transformation in myself when I start to I think the maturity aspect, one thing, because like I mentioned to you last time, my life, I just sail through, just don't think too much. But then I start to have a plan. Okay, so one thing I developed over the years is I would say from being an agent, because first 5 years with developer is like everything is pre-planned, you know. So because when you're a developer, you just have to follow what they have in the pipeline and then you just do. But being a agent is a whole new world. It's completely different because you are a small entrepreneur for yourself. So you got to plan your own marketing, your own branding, or your own how to market your product, even your finances. Also, you have to plan. So the aspect that I grow is I become more entrepreneur mind, where I just follow. You know, you just tell me, I just follow. So this is the thing that I grow in. I also learn. I feel that especially in Cornerstone itself, I learned a lot about leadership. Okay, so like now, last time I also wouldn't want to do a live. Now, see here doing live with you guys.
Yeah, breakthrough, so man. Whoa!
That's my breakthrough.
Yeah.
So the leadership aspect is the thing that I grow. But this thing, it doesn't just translate. It doesn't just stay with me as a job. It also translates to my life. So how I become more of a leader in my family, how I take charge of my own life, what I do, you know. So a lot of things change. So that would be I would say that my breakthrough through this industry. Yeah.
The maturity comes with it, and basically how you evolve over the Okay, man.
Yeah.
That's really cool, man. Cool.
Hey, Geng Jie, so you know the title of this session today is "I'm the creator of my own destiny," right? I think I also asked this question to Priscilla yesterday, but I also would like to ask this question to you, right? How much control does an agent have on his success in the real estate?
Okay, this question. Let us go through. Okay. Like I mentioned, being an agent is like you're an entrepreneur. Okay, so you have to do your own marketing and branding. You have to do your sales for sure. This is number one. Okay, you have to do your sales. You have to do your own marketing and branding. You have to do your own finances. You need to budget your own finances. You need to be your own admin. You have to do all your paperwork. Okay, you have to do your HR. If just in case if you grow big enough, you want to expand. You want to get more people to support you. You need to be your own HR. Then basically you set your own KPI, right? Not how much you want to make. So because every agent, when every year end, they will come in and tell me, okay, I gotta make 100,000. I gotta make 200,000. I gotta make 300,000. This is what I dream of, my goal. So what does it tell you? 100%, right?
Yeah.
100% is you know that is the what call it, the how much it will take 100% to create your own success. Yeah. Okay. Does it answer your question, Taco?
Yeah, man. Again, man, every time you answer the question perfectly. Very good.
Yeah,
absolutely, man. I bet that's the cool thing of going live and doing an interview, right? Every question we ask you is actually is going to be good. You know, the answer, whatever you say, is going to be good. It's not like an exam, right? It's like, you know, everything is cool, man, what you say. So it's really,
no right,
awesome.
no wrong.
No right, no wrong.
Yeah,
but
precisely.
I like how you touch on the fact that you know, it's like an entrepreneur, right? You're going into business like an entrepreneur, like a businessman. Now you have control over that situation, right? So being a creator of your own destiny. Let me ask you a short question, but maybe not an easy one to answer. What do you think is the #1 skill an agent needs to have in the real estate?
#1 skill. Wow, this is a challenging question.
On the top of the list, you know, everything else comes after that, but on the top of the list, this is the skill they need to work on.
Okay. For me, personal one. What is the most important skill is no magic. It's just discipline. Nice. Discipline. You know why discipline?
Why?
Okay.
What do you
because most of the time when a new agent come in, right? They will come in and then they will sit down with the leaders. Then they will discuss, okay, you come in. So what's next? So the leader will tell you, okay, what is your goal? So maybe they will have a 100,000 goal, 200,000 goal, or 500,000 goal, right? Then after that, the next question, then the leaders will lay out the plan for them. Okay, this is what you got to do. Okay, do 50 call, 100 call, meet 100 client, 200 client, or meet 50 client every day, and then close 10 deals. So you will achieve your goal. So this is what we have at the starting point. We always have the dream, okay, the big dream that we want to achieve, that want to transform our life. But then when reality sets in, okay, you need to start to do calling. Okay, you need to start to see people, or you post Facebook, or you post in Property Guru or iProperty. There's no people contact you, right? So you will start. Then what happens next? You start dragging your feet already, because when you don't have the, when things doesn't go your way, basically, okay, then people will start to slack off. They will start to drag their feet to do their work. Because honestly, I myself have agents who is like that. When they do like 30, 50 calls and then they got too many rejection, ends up they just left the company. Because why? Because they can't follow through. So the key point is here is you need to have discipline, because sometimes we have good time, we have bad time. Sometimes you have like, an agent who comes in within 1 day or 2 days, they can close a deal. Sometimes some agents take them about 7 days to a month. Okay. Everybody have their own pace. Okay. But the key point is you need to constantly do what you need to do to achieve your dream. Okay. So without that, then I would say that you won't succeed, because most of the time people fail is because they can't follow through the plan. Okay. We tell them the plan every day, do 30 calling, every day do 50 calling, connect with 5 customers, get 5 appointments. End up, if they don't, then after that, they will just start to drag their feet, and then sooner or later they will just hide one side and then they will just go missing. So I would say the most important skill for me is the discipline, I would say, honestly.
Wow.
Okay, does that answer your question?
Man, that I again answered the question so perfectly, and I'm so happy that you also elaborate on that, right? Why it's discipline. I tend to 100% agree with you that discipline is absolutely the #1 game, because everything follows after that, right? After discipline, the calls, the sales, the follow-ups, it all is connected with the discipline, right? So that is so cool. So building on that, now we're going through some, let's call it challenging times, right? Times where discipline is not easy, right? We are at home. We are doing things that we usually don't do. One of them is stay at home for 14 days. What advice would you give people now to say, okay, how do you keep that discipline moving forward, especially at this time?
How do you work on discipline? That's the thing, right?
This is a very, very challenging question. Honestly, for me, myself, if people who knows me, they will know almost every day I'll be going into office. The reason being is because when I'm at home, I will look at my couch, look at my bed, and then I will just want to like lay down and just want to sleep there. Okay, so that's why I always force myself to go to office and then become a habit. So now we are in this MCO period. So what needs to change? So my mindset needs to change. So my mindset needs to change, and then after that, need to also remember what is my end goal. Because you see, everybody set their goal, especially salespeople or even not salespeople. You have your dream, your goal, that what you want to do for maybe your 1 whole year, right? So now this 1 month period, should it block your dream? Let's say for one salesperson, we set 100,000 goal a year. So now this 1 month period, what you can do, you can actually still develop your own discipline, your own habit. You maybe last time in office, you can do like 50 calling. Now to get things started, you need to do something. Maybe just do 20 calls or 30 calls a day. The key is you need to do something. So I always encourage my people, every day do something. You don't have to like tell me you want to do like 100 or 200 because before the lockdown, this is what you are doing. Now I expect you to do something, at least doing something. So then you can keep the momentum going. So during this period of time, I would say it still go back down to the discipline point. Discipline yourself. Make a promise to yourself, because you remember what is your goal when you set up in the end of 2019. Okay. Or sometimes some people who go gym, right? Maybe during this period, will you just stop doing anything during this period? Right? Alex, I remember I still see you going outdoor and do your workout, right?
Yeah, I'm still working out, man.
So the key is you must keep doing something even during this lockdown. You can find ways to do it, because I would say we are living in a time where everything is accessible to us. You talk about you want to get food, you have Grab, you have like Food Panda, and then you talk about you want to connect with your loved one, you have this Zoom app, FaceTime, WhatsApp. So things are getting easier. So if you don't utilize on this technology that you have, then you will lose out, I would say.
Right? You're right. So I completely Sorry, you're gonna say?
No.
You say?
Nothing.
Yeah, I completely feel you, man. Because you talk about discipline, being at home. You know what clicked in my mind. Because it hit me when you said that you're home and then you see a couch, you just want to lie down. You know what I think we've all been working on in terms of discipline is That's exactly it. To not lie down on that couch, sit where we are right now, and to do something. Right? And then that is it takes some serious discipline there, because distraction is literally like my distraction is right there. it's
Why is
right
that
there,
to distract you?
Yeah, that's by the way, it's a bit, okay? It's not,
Okay.
Yeah, but it's a bit, okay? Guys, calm down, okay? Okay, anyway, but but it's very interesting how you say that, because I think I was just talking about it today with some people this morning, right? And that's the thing. I think a lot of people now, because we just going through this, and the whole transition, right? Our whole general idea of discipline has kind of like changed a little bit, right? Because the things that we have, our routine has been broken, basically. Right? So I think it was really interesting how you said that, and a really big point there also, everybody, is that you just gotta keep moving, man. Everybody gotta keep moving. So yeah, man, I really feel you, man. Thanks for sharing that. I just want to elaborate those points a little bit, because I think it's important for everybody to know. Yeah.
Hey, Geng Jie, we have a question from the crowd, and in case you're not seeing it, we have over 80 people watching this with us. So I think people are waiting to be able to ask some questions. They have been waiting for weeks to get you here on the live. So they're so happy right now that they can start asking questions to you. So I would like to invite everybody that is watching this right now, if you have a very burning question and a very, something you want to learn from Geng Jie, this is your chance to ask it right now. We got a question from Matthew. Matthew is asking following to you, Mr. Geng Jie, is I believe every person that ventures into sales line, eventually there is one point that you feel like giving up. Can you share with us at what point that was, at what point you were feeling like giving up, and what shift in you such that you wanted to continue in this line? So what motivated you to keep going?
Okay.
Dope question. Yeah.
That is a very interesting question. Because when I worked 5 years as a developer, right? So then I came into agency. So when I first start off, right, I didn't start off with Cornerstone. I was with a few friends doing real estate also. I can tell you, my whole year, I only make about 8,000 in revenue. Okay.
Oh, man,
so what
tough,
makes me keep going back then is never give up. Really never give up. And then everything is, like I mentioned, everything is in your hand. You can control one. Because if you set to become a real estate agent, then you must remember, okay, maybe after a year you did, and then you don't see result. Why did you come in the first place? Why did you venture into this industry? Okay. Is it because you want to really transform your life, or you just want to just pass by your time and then just, got nothing better to do? If that's the case, then I would suggest that you leave the industry. But if you come in with a dream, you come in where you really want to transform your life, make this a career, make this a business for yourself. So remember that, and then you just have to have very strong perseverance towards it. Because in this industry, sometimes everybody is different. Like I mentioned, some people take, some people very fast. Within a year, they fly. Some people take maybe about 2-3 years. The key is you are not competing against anybody. You are just on yourself, okay? You just need to remember why you come in. Do you really want to transform your life? How badly do you want to make a difference to your life? Not just your life, your family, your surrounding, maybe even like contributing back to your community. So if you have that in mind, then you will stick through it, and then you will see a result. Because I always tell my agent, okay, I even tell people, public lah, some of my friends, okay, to make 100,000 in this industry is not rocket science. It's very simple job. Okay, take an example. If let's say our property is 500,000 and 2% is our commission, you just need to find 10% in 1 year time. 10% to buy your property and get the loan done lah. So you already got 100,000. So if you break it down, it's only like what, 1 month, 1 customer. Is that challenging? Right. So there's if you have the mindset that you want to do it, you just have to stick through it, and you just have to have perseverance. Then you can make it. You can make it work. That's for sure. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Does it answer Matthew's question?
Well, we have to ask Matthew that, but in my perspective, that answered it pretty well, actually. What do you think, Alex?
Yeah, I think that was a good one, man. So it's just like, yeah, Matthew, you got to give us the green light. It's all about dreams and knowing what you want.
Yeah.
So that's kind of like, yeah, indirectly telling you, do you know what? Yeah, if you thought about giving up, do you really want it?
Yeah, true, huh?
Right? Like
So
how bad
Genji,
you want it.
coming back to that, like you said, right? Like when somebody joins your team, right, and they start within the Geng Jie group, right, as your team is called within Cornerstone. You know, they start that first year. We all know that in real estate, that first year is the hardest year, right? That, like you said, you made 8,000 that first year. I can remember my first year, I also only made like 4,000. So there's this gap in the beginning. This is also where most people like kind of drop out. Let's say there's a very big group of people out there that are thinking about joining the real estate, right? And they're thinking like, okay, I want to join. I'm not sure yet. I want to go in. I want to be successful. And you are now being a leader for such a long time with it, Geng Jie. What is it that you tell these newbies that join you in your team? What is the first thing that you tell them once they join the real estate?
Okay, before they join real estate, even before they join real estate, I always tell people, if you want to transform your life, right, you always have to go into sales line, because sales line is a place where you actually you control your own destiny, like I mentioned. Okay, how much you want to make is entirely up to you. So in this sales line, I always tell them there's 3 industries that you can go into. Okay, so first thing is insurance. Everybody knows insurance is also a money making industry. Second will be direct selling, MLM. Those are also making money. Third will be property, real estate. So why real estate? You see, in Malaysia, right, no matter what, everybody when they grow up, you know, they graduate, they grow up, they start to work, they always want to buy a property, right? I don't know about you know, Western or what, but in Malaysia, people will always want to buy property. Even if they don't want to buy property, they will have to rent a place, because we just want to have a place on our own. So this industry will not die off. It's only a matter of like the method of getting the prospect is different and changing. Okay, so this industry is evergreen and it will not go, you know, it will not die off, because every day developer will be building new product. People will, you know, especially people from suburb coming into the Klang Valley to work, and then they want to find a house to stay. So this industry will always be evergreen. Okay, so come into this industry and then you can really also learn about property. And when you learn about property, then you actually realize that this is a very, very satisfying job, very, very satisfying career. Why I say so? Because I sell project. I sell project. So when we sell the project, right, it's completely a flat land, nothing there. Or maybe sometimes it's still a jungle that haven't developed yet. But over the course of like 2 years, 3 years, or 4 years, when the property is complete, then you see your purchaser get their key, become a proud owner of their house. That is very satisfying, because they will feel very happy about it. And honestly, I also feel a lot of satisfaction when I do that to my when I see my owner get their key. So it's actually very, very something very happy, I would say. Don't you agree? Right? Taco and Alex, you guys are in this industry also. Right?
Fully agree with you, man. Very agree with you.
Yeah, completely agree. You know, I think that's also why we got into business, Taco and I, precisely for that reason as well. It is the one unique industry where you get to meet people from all walks of life and impact their lives.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So Geng Jie,
what do you think, Taco?
Sorry.
Huh?
Sorry, Geng Jie.
Geng Jie? Geng Jie?
Geng Jie?
Geng Jie?
Geng Jie? Geng Jie, where are you, my friend? Oh, I lost Geng Jie for a while. That doesn't matter. Alex.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Can you do me a favor and tell ladies and gentlemen that we just lost Geng Jie for a while? I don't know what exactly happened.
Disconnected.
But, we have to get him back for a while, right? I don't know if he got cold feet. I don't know if he got cold feet or whatever happens, but
cold feet halfway. Yeah, he's probably already like.
Oh no, he's coming back again. He's coming back again. Everybody chill. Geng Jie is coming back now live. Hi Geng Jie. Everything okay?
Hi, I'm back. Yeah.
You need to go to the toilet or something? Everything okay?
It just disconnect just now. Okay.
Okay, cool,
Well said.
cool. So it's pretty good. We're back again. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen. We're back again with Geng Jie. Geng Jie, welcome back. So
Yes.
what were we talking about? We were talking about, yeah, so when you join the real estate, you know, it's all about, you know, that why real estate is such an interesting industry. Now, you have been in the real estate for 10 years right now, Geng Jie. Tell me, full honesty, right in our face, in 10 years from now, is Geng Jie still going to be in the real estate?
Yes, certainly. Because honestly speaking, this is the only industry that I know. Okay, because once I graduate, I come out, I'm in this industry. So if I can speak for it for 10 years, why not another 10 years? Okay, but
Nice.
certainly I would say that along the way, my role shift lah. We are always constantly enhancing my skills and stuff like that. But I will be there for sure.
Yep.
Nice. So let's talk a little bit about those goals, right? Where are you going to be? Where's Geng Jie going to be in 10 years? What are you going to be doing?
What am I going to be doing?
Yeah.
This is a very, very deep question.
First thought. What's the first thing that comes to your mind? Well, when we talk about it.
Certainly, if a lot of people always ask me, okay, I'm not kissing my boss ass, okay? So will I still be in Cornerstone or not? Why would I stick with Cornerstone for like the past 5 years that I'm in this industry? So one thing is what I like about this company is the vision, okay, and reaching life. So it actually rhymes with my own vision, because I myself also likes to inspire people and also to help people. So I do see that I myself will continue be with Cornerstone, okay. And then also you say like how I want to be is the next 10 years, maybe my team is big enough. Certainly I'm a bit, I also, I won't say a bit, I'm pretty ambitious lah. Because I remember I saw this guy from another agency in Singapore. He have like, wow, 8,000 people in his team alone. So I was like, wow, you can have 8,000 people. Cornerstone only have like 200 people. So it makes me also have the vision that one day I would want to grow as big as that. You know, we don't talk about just few hundred, we talk about thousands, and making Cornerstone one of the #1 agency in Malaysia or maybe Southeast Asia or the world. Yeah.
Nice.
Yep.
Super nice, man. Very nice. Yeah, I know for a fact, because you and I know each other also better, Geng Jie. I know that you're an extremely ambitious guy, and that you're going to reach the top, man. That is one thing for sure. Especially always hearing from you and how you're treating your team, and you know how happy your team members are. If the team members of Geng Jie are listening right now, put some likes in here. You know how great of a leader Geng Jie actually is, right? Because he's just doing always wonderful things. Hey, Alex, do you have any last questions? Because we're already coming close to an end. So anything you would like from Geng Jie?
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I thought like, you know, like enough, you know, we keep talking about work.
I thought we are saying like 20 minutes. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like 40 plus minutes already, you know? So
cool.
Yeah, I think, you know, for myself, right, I'm just more interested in, you know, the man behind the uniform. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, that sounded a bit weird. Huh? No. I mean, what I meant was, you know, that sounded really weird. Yeah. But you know, okay. The first question that comes to my mind now is, we have a question. But well, no, wait, me first. Okay, I'll ask you a simple question just to do this, right? What do you do for fun?
What do I do for fun?
Yeah. What do you do for fun?
What do I do for fun?
So like, you know, so all these people, you know, when they tell them, you know, that's what they can probably ask you to go out and do. And,
okay.
What would you like to do for fun?
I enjoy watching movie. Today now lockdown, I can't go out to watch movie. I enjoy going to the beach. Okay, if I have a chance, I will always want to go to the beach. And then also, basically, if I'm not doing anything, I will just be resting at my house, maybe watching TV sometimes, read a book, or maybe just play my PS4. Yeah, I'm also just like any other normal.
Yeah.
Currently due to lockdown, I'm playing Need for Speed, the new one.
Oh, damn! Whoa, yeah. Okay, man. That sounds cool, man. That's a lot. Need for Speed. Let's go speed.
Yeah.
That's awesome. We're getting some really funny comments here, right? Alan says that your favorite pastime is scolding Matt. That's going mad, so we got quite a lot of funny things going on here. Okay. Back to some more serious matters. Need for Speed, everybody. What does that say about Geng Jie? Yeah, deep down, there's fire in there somewhere. Yeah. Okay, we have a question from Hui Hung, right? Hung.
Okay.
Hui Hung. He says, he or she, I don't know. Sorry. Yeah. How do you manage such a big amount of people within your team? That's a very broad question as well.
Wow, that is a very broad
how
question.
do you? Yeah, there's a broad one. Like, how do you? Yeah, and you know what? I think Carol also has a similar question. How do you train your people daily and drive positivity to them? Yeah. So what's that? What's the secret sauce? What's Geng Jie's secret sauce?
Wow, that's a very challenging question.
Yeah.
I would like I mentioned. Okay, one of my biggest thing is I always connect with my people. So we are constantly talking. So making them feel comfortable is the key. So how do I manage such a big team is, I would say that when the relationship is built to a level where people are comfortable, we will actually look at each other's back. So sometimes they don't have to wait for me. Sometimes when they are feeling down or they are not feeling, sales people, we always have good time, bad time. So when bad time, they will always text me, boss, I'm not, not making sales, boss, this customer is like that. So we are always constantly talking. So the key is, I would say, connecting with them on a deep and personal level, because sometimes I also do a lot of personal stuff with my people. We go genting, we go drinking, sometimes we go for a movie and stuff like that. So it's just that now lockdown, I think we didn't do much, but this is what we constantly do, I would say. Yeah,
that's cool.
Does that answer,
does that
answer the question?
Yeah, it kind of does. I got a follow-up question though. I mean, like, is there a certain rhythm or routine that you follow? That what is a must do every, let's say every day with your team, right? Do you have a system? Do you work with a certain system in mind, or what does Geng Jie look at when he manages his team? Do you look out for people? What exactly do you see? Like, so do you follow a rhythm maybe? Do you look out for people? Do you leverage on your leaders to manage your people? Like, how is that? What system do you use? Is there a system, a routine?
A routine or system wise, I wouldn't say that it's a very big blueprint, but I do see how is it let me put it in words.
Kelvin said something. He said there are no secrets in the group. We share everything.
That is one thing that I practice in my team. We actually, the first rules I always tell people who come into my team, openness is the key. So for us, we don't like, we're happy, we're not happy, we will just share it up. So that's why our team, I also tell them, because with that we have lesser conflict among ourselves also. So there wouldn't be any backstabbing or stuff like that, because that is one of the, I would say, poison if it does.
Yeah, there we go.
Going back to the question about rhythm wise, I would say that I do have a plan that I follow up with, we set up like a weekly number of calling and stuff like that, the report that our company provide. We actually go through that. And also sometimes I see when my agent is low in energy, like sales is not coming or appointment is not coming, then I know it's time for me to talk to them. So I will connect with them. Yeah.
Okay. So that's how you do it. Cool.
Yeah. Super nice, Geng Jie. What also actually slowly has to bring us to an end of this session for today, because we know that you are a busy man, and next to that, a lot of people, out there would have many more questions, but we only have like this short session with you right now. But first of all, before we end, is there any last things that you would like to share with the group moving forward?
I think during this period, I think a lot of people also have a lot of concern about lockdown. A lot of people have concern about what is their prospect like after this lockdown period. Okay. Yeah. So I think a lot of economists also will tell you the U-shape or the V-shape rebound. I myself personally didn't go through. I came in at the time where the subprime crisis, So one thing I believe is when every crisis comes, there's always opportunity. So the key is, are you ready enough when the opportunity comes? So take this time during this lockdown, go and learn some skill, do something, and then enhance your skills. So once the lockdown period ends and then market start to recover, you are at the forefront of this competition. Then you will be able to transform your life. So I suggest everybody to actually be positive. Things may be a bit slow now, but it can only get better in the future. Okay.
Yeah. Cool.
Super nice, Geng Jie. I think that is an amazing message. Every crisis has its opportunity, and I would 100% agree with that. And especially people that have been in real estate for a long time, 10 to 15 years, have seen a crisis before, and they only know that they will come back stronger and more powerful than ever before. So thank you so much for sharing that, Geng Jie. That really brings us to an end of today's session. Alex, any last words?
Nope. All good, ladies and gentlemen. We will see you very shortly.
Thank you, everybody, for watching. Thank you.
Yes, Geng Jie, again, thank you so much for sharing all your points.
Thank you, Geng Jie.
Thank you again for being with us here today, and great job on stepping out of your comfort zone. And let's do a live session again in the future, because I'm quite sure that you have so much more to share again. So, ladies and gentlemen, that brings us really to an end of today. It's almost 3 o'clock. Thank you, Geng Jie, for being here. Alex, thank you for being my partner, and thank you for always helping me with everything in my life. And ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for being with us today. Have a great day. Have a great rest of the day, and we will see you at the next session. See you.
Peace out.
Bye-bye.
Bye.